when Mark mentioned how great your memory is, and just I mean I just kind of off nostalgia of the game of football. Like, can you expand on like why you have such a great memory about these different plays and different games and different moments and it's just something so great about the team and the unity in the game of football. Like, you don't forget those moments, like they stay with you for a lifetime. I mean, just talk a little bit about the game of football and why you love it so much, and what it's brought to your life.
Yeah, I think football is, I mean, the avenue that I took in terms of going the path of playing collegiate football, played high school football, great mentors, Jack Ramo, my high school coach, Jim Reed, who's still a dear, dear friend and like a father figure, Rod Marinelli, John Terling, but the uh, the love of the game is and the pureness of the game is still there. And I can remember plays that I made as a player. I can remember the great plays that players of mine have made, and like we'll be sitting in meetings, and Coach Spags will have the clicker and be like, I said, "Oh, that was in the Cincinnati game." Joe, what do you mean? Yeah, that happened in I think it was the second quarter Cincinnati game on our right hash. That happened. Kalafdis did that. And like, geez, Joe, you got a good memory. But the reason being, that's my guys. So I can always relate to that, even years and years and years before. So I think A, for the love of the game, the passion for the game, and then remember what my guys did.
Have you had to scale back that intensity that you've had as a coach? Because y'all were talking about it earlier, just about how you approach, coaching a player and what your style is like at the level you're at now, and with the way kids are, the way kids are being brought through the system. Like you said, it's not that the kids, it's not their fault. And it's not that they're changing. It's just the way that society has like kind of driven them through the system. Like, have you had to scale back your intensity or the way that you coach your players?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I would think, like I always say, don't confuse loudness with being mad. Um, I might say a little bit, but not much. I mean, I remember when I got into the NFL with Rod Marinelli, legendary D line coach. I said, "Coach, do you want me to I'm a high energy. He goes, "No, that's why I hired you. I don't want you to scale back." Okay. And I remember Sean Rogers, James Hall, Corey Redden, legendary guys, Jared DeVries at Detroit. We had a good D line. And so we started like in March back then. Mark would tell you could go to school. They called it school. Hit the weight room. You get an hour on the field with your coaches. This is even before OTA. They don't have that anymore. They got it in phases. And I'm going hell bent for election, going crazy. And they're all sitting around. This ain't gonna last. Joe's just doing this because it's the first the first mini camp with the new staff. Bang, OTAs come around. Same thing. August camp comes around, and Sean sitting in the meeting room. He goes, "I just told the guys Joe's gonna be Joe. At least we know it. That shit ain't changing." I said, "You're damn right." So I mean, I think, and to me, I think a player at any level appreciates. He knows what he's gonna get every day. And I always say this: it's like a coach knowing what he's gonna get every day from the player. Don't want a box of chocolates. One day you're intense. One day you're not saying a word. One day you're coaching the hell out of him. One day you're not critiquing him. I think. I think for the most part, Randy, no, maybe a little bit. I mean, I'll still have outbursts in my meetings, uh, but I think if you're hard as hell out there, you can't really do it in both spots. You got to at least tone back a little. But there's moments we've had in here where I think everybody in the building could hear what was going on. I don't know if that's good or bad. But for the most part, no. I
Yeah,
can say you're not 25 anymore. I said, well, I don't know that.
good, Randy. Yeah, I was good. I mean, I like to believe that, because you have done it consistently for your entire career. I wonder if it would be harder for a young coach to come into it now with the same intensity and aggression and high level performance that you bring to coaching, and get away. Because I mean, I spent 15 years coaching high school football, and when I finished my last year in 2019, coach, not even a fraction of the intensity that you bring would be acceptable at that level, like at high school football. Like it was very rare to find somebody that would allow you to do that without either offending somebody or getting in trouble with administration.
The day that happens, I always tell my guys, my way works, and I'm not changing. Now, you got to understand too, Randy, and again, this is going back. I still have never called a player a mother effer, ever. Now, I may say, get your blankety blank ass to the football. There's a difference, right? So you got to take that in perspective. And then I think high energy is demanded by my players. You got to show the same. Coach Reed was the same way. And I agree with this. Wow, this guy's crazy out there. He's nuts. Like my wife jokes when she first met me, she watched the practice. Who was that lunatic on the sideline when I was in Indiana? And no, I didn't date her for a few years later. But anyhow, I was like, she's like, that's the guy that was yelling. Yeah, that's him. Okay, but it's. I think if you change who you are, I mean, be who you are. If you're not that high intense guy, be who you are. There's great coaches that always like that. And I would say the same thing to a young coach. Don't change who you are. Be who you are and coach your ass off and hopefully the players respond.